Hello, welcome back to Hunter Tuned. Today we're gonna tune the Mustang up a little bit as long as the weather holds out. It has been raining on and off today, so kind of got the Mustang on the back burner, and I pulled the truck into the garage because I bought this truck like a week ago, and it had a slight exhaust leak, and then I jumped a curb with it, and the exhaust leak got a little bit worse. So we're gonna throw it on the dyno quick, you know. I got a dyno fan here. We're gonna turn the dyno fan on, give this thing a hit, and see where the exhaust leak is coming from.
Yee, brother.
Yee, brother. Look at that 6-liter. American power. That's small block Chevy right there, boy. This is the new gen small block Chevy. Look at that fucking battery tied on, dude. Does a whole lot. Hi, Max. How are you? Hi, Max. Say hi. Max. Really, bro? Say hi. Hi.
Alrighty, guys. So, the route that we were gonna take didn't work.
We're trying to fix the exhaust leak on my truck right now.
Yeah, we forgot to say that.
Yeah, because it has a really massive exhaust leak, and it sounds like complete poopy. Let me fire it up quick. Ready for all the ponies?
All the ponies.
I'm gonna let the eagles soar.
Hey, guy. All the plug wires are off on this side.
Yeah, okay, never mind. We can't show you the exhaust leak. My bad. Was it sparking?
It sounded like it.
Yeah. My bad.
Okay, well. See you in a little bit.
Man.
Almost, man.
Alright guys, so we are actually working on the truck quite a bit. I just wanted to fix an exhaust leak, but we're kind of going to town on this thing and getting it ready so it's not a piece of crap anymore, and just fixing up some issues that the truck had. So we ended up pulling the exhaust manifold off. I took out the inner wheel well right here, and it gives you complete access to your exhaust manifold. So luckily this thing already had the bullshit done. So the dipstick came right out, the frickin' exhaust manifold bolts literally came right out. It's got upgraded bolts already, so like factory, these trucks come with a it's like a 10mm bolt, and they always snap off. The heads of the bolts always snap off, but this one's got the upgraded 13mm bolts already installed. And yeah, but I had to pull the exhaust manifold off because the flange that goes onto here was cracked and broken. So normally this thing has like a piece of pipe that's onto here, and this flange holds it on with a donut, and this was literally cracked, broken in 3 different spots. So I said the hell with it, because all these bolts were snapped off in the manifold. I just welded a piece of pipe onto the manifold here, and now we got a nice pipe that comes off of there. And then I did the same thing on this side, and I cut it, and got one of my fancy over clamps, as I call them. I have one of these on the Mustang too, and this connects 2 same size pieces of pipe together. You know, you just butt the pipes up right together like that, and you put that clamp over it, and I've never ever had leaks with using these, and it works out awesome. So got that fixed. Hopefully no more exhaust leak, or I should say it's not going to have an exhaust leak anymore because I welded the bitch solid. And then in the meantime, I broke one of the bolts off on the EGR, so I made this fancy masterpiece of block off plate. So I just took some flat stock here and I gobbed it on where the factory EGR goes. So we gobbed that on, and now Christian's on the other end of this thing, and this is the factory EGR bullshit. This is what I, you know, like, fuck this thing, piece of shit. I don't know why you would even run this. These are junk. They're stupid. Let's put exhaust right into our intake. Sounds like a good idea. So Christian pretty much took this end that goes to the intake. So it goes into the manifold up here. That fits right into the, you know, factory spot here on these truck intakes. And you can do this a few different ways. You can get like a freeze plug and plug it with JB Weld or whatever. You can get a, you know, just a rubber seal. I've used like bottle caps, whatever you need to do to plug that fucking hole. Or you can do this and you plug it this way and you just kind of cut the old shit off, crimp it shut, and I'll probably run a bead over that. And, you know, there's our plug.
Yeah.
So now I'm going to reinstall everything, get this manifold back on, get the dipstick back in. You do not know how happy I am that that dipstick came right out. Normally the dipsticks on these things are a bitch and you cannot get them out to save your life. But that's awesome. So this just gives me more motivation to boost this thing even sooner because everything came apart really nice.
And I said we're halfway there. So
yeah, we're already halfway there. We should just throw the 70 and 75 on here. But okay, so we're gonna get trucking on this thing and keep her moving.
Get you
Yee. All right, guys. So to complete this EGR delete, we have to block the port on the intake manifold. Why don't you show them up there, Christian? What it looks like. So there's a wide open hole here. I don't know if you can see it, but there is definitely a hole down here where the EGR went.
Oh yeah, right there. You can see it.
Okay, but anyways, so we got a freeze plug from AutoZone, and the part number is a Dorman part number, and it's 555-025, and we're just gonna pop this son of a bitch right in there. But first, we're gonna put a little JB Weld on here. JB Weld usually never fails me. Just a little thin layer is all we need. So I'm gonna give her a little hoo-hoo and then a little bit of a hoo-hoo right here.
And a
here, and give her a little sauce right here. Spread her around nice and Steven. Who's Steven?
I don't know. I don't know who the Steven character is.
And then we're gonna take the old freeze plug and fucking plug. Freeze plug. And give her a tap ski potato. Give her like that. And we're gonna take our nut driver, use that as a pound stick. Oh, now I get in here. Oh, you are being a little fucking slut. Fucking JB Quick ain't fucking quick enough. There we go.
There she blows.
There you go, ladies and gents. That's how you delete your EGR. So now we're gonna just put the bolt back in here because this will also be a leak, I think, if that bolt's not in there. So we'll just give her a little just like so.
Just a wham.
Grab Mr. 10 mil.
It's right there. Right up yonder.
Give that a little of a right about there.
Torque ski potato.
Torque ski potato. And then we'll give the old fucking tap one more time just to, you know, make sure she's tapped. Yeah, she's in there. Mint.
And there she is, ladies and gents.
Hey guys. Hey guys, Hunter Tuned here. And we just fixed the exhaust leak on the truck. So, we ended up blocking the EGR off on the manifold, like I said, and then we also welded a piece of pipe on the end of the manifold because all that shit was cracked and junk and it was leaking really bad. So, this is kind of what the, God damn it, stupid phone. Alright, so this is kind of what we're working with now. This is the manifold. I ripped the heat shield off, blocked off that EGR thing, and then have the pipe coming down with the clamp connecting the two pieces of pipe. And this thing is a fucking vacuum cleaner now. Like, it sounds like a vacuum cleaner because it's so quiet. And like before when I was driving it and whatnot, since the O2 sensor is right behind where that exhaust leak was, I got like 300 miles to a tank, and that's like 30 gallons of fuel in 300 miles. That's like, what, 10 miles a gallon? 10 miles a gallon, which is terrible. So I think I might pick up a few miles per gallon now because I actually fixed the exhaust leak and the O2 sensor's reading the proper amount of exhaust instead of you know, having oxygen mixed into it, because the O2 sensor, if you have an exhaust leak before the O2 is going to think the truck is running leaner or the engine is running leaner than it actually is. So that's why exhaust leaks really drive me nuts, because it really messes up the tune-up on the truck. But just driving it around with the EGR blocked off and the exhaust leak fixed, this thing is so crispy smooth. I'm super happy with it already. But what was that, Christian? Crispy. So we're actually going to plug in the HP tuners now, and we're gonna just go scan the truck and see how it's running, see what kind of timing it has in it, see what you know, what everything else looks like, see why the engine light's on. I'm pretty sure it's just because of that EGR now. But yeah, we're just gonna plug in the scanner and we'll show you that next.
And we're gonna get more smiles per gallon.
We're gonna get smiles per gallon.
Smiles per gallon.
Right. And more towing power.
Sure.
Yeah. Then it need a turbo. Yeah. Alright guys, so we are out here data logging the truck. Got the VCM scanner pulled up here, and we're logging whatever we can. We can't really get air fuel properly because this thing just has like narrowband sensors, I think, stock. So we can only look at the short-term and long-term fuel trims, but we can see how much ignition it has and stuff like that. So I'm just gonna do a pull here and see how she looks. Wanna film like the truck part, and then I'll go over that one.
Yeah.
Fucking letting her eat. Woo! That was like 80 mile an hour, boy. This thing cooks. It's really not that slow.
No.
That exhaust leak made this thing a whole new animal, I swear.
Oh, yeah.
It literally just sounds like a vacuum cleaner, though. It's so quiet. I like it. I approve. Alright guys, so this is the data log that I'm going over for you quick. This is just a quick second gear pull. We stood on her. She came into power pretty good. As soon as it downshifted, it had like 28 degrees of ignition, and then as the pull drags on, it drops ignition down to like 22 degrees, 23 degrees, which normally these trucks, like I tuned my buddy's truck, and there was a newer body style, like a Cat Eye 2500, and that advanced table had 6 degrees in it. So when I tuned his truck, it really woke up. But this truck already seems like it's got good ignition, and it's got good it feels like it's got good fuel in it and everything like that. So now that we got a data log here to go off of, I'm actually going to open up the editor, so VCM editor. Who needs screen capture?
No shit.
And I'm actually going to go under flash and read vehicle. I'll have to shut the truck off for this. Turn the key off, turn it back on, and then I can hit read. Alright, I'm just gonna have to unplug it, plug it back in. There we go. Now she's gonna read. There we go. So we'll just wait for this to read the file, and then I'll go over a few things on the HP tuners for you guys. All right, guys, so we ended up live streaming again tonight, and if you guys are not like subscribed or notified of the live streams, you should definitely come check them out. I feel like I'm going to do more of them, and they're kind of late at night, like around midnight or so, but definitely check those out if you guys haven't already. But I messed with HP tuners for like, I don't know, a good hour, and I had to transfer all the HP tuner stuff onto my new laptop, And finally got it all sorted out and was able to log with my old laptop, but I couldn't actually like change anything on the new laptop. The editor wasn't working on the new laptop, so I had to, or the old laptop. I had to change everything to the old one. Ended up wasting a bunch of time and whatnot. But over the data logs on this stock 99 6-liter 2500, the tune looks really good. It's got 25 degrees of ignition in it, and it commands a 12.5 air fuel, which normally on these trucks, they have like barely any ignition in them, and they command a 14.7 all the time. So they don't actually send fuel into boost, or like they don't send fuel into you know, wide open throttle and stuff like that. But this thing's been good, so I don't even know if I want to unlock it yet and actually tune it, because I don't think it's quite worth it until I go boost and actually need to make adjustments. So I don't know, we might mess with the truck some more tomorrow or the next day, I'm not sure, but we got to get the Mustang ready. The roads are finally dry and the weather's looking a little bit better, so we can actually get the Mustang out on the road tomorrow hopefully and get it tuned up 100% and make sure everything is good. And then once everything is good with the Mustang, we will load it up on Friday and go racing. So yeah, be sure to subscribe if you guys haven't already, so you guys get updated when we take the Mustang out racing to see if we can go faster than we ever have before. And oh, there's a crotch rocket racing around. But anyways, thanks for watching, guys. Have a good night. And for all the people that were on the live stream, you guys are fucking awesome. It's super fun, you know, communicating with you guys and reading comments and shit. It's a good time. So you guys should come join the live stream sometime if you guys haven't. And have a good night.